Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're going to be talking about the Viii. This is a tier 8 in the brand new Japanese heavy tank line, and this is definitely, in my opinion, the most overpowered of all of the tanks in the line. This tier 8 has some incredible armor, very good mobility, and a pretty strong gun as well. And yeah, this is a very strong tank. So, looking here at the statistics of the tank real quick, we have 1,855 hit points. Your turret armor on the front is 234, 105 on the sides, and 90 on the rear. Your hull is 203 on the front, 100 on the sides, and 90 on the rear. The DPM of the tank is going to be 2,244. You have an 8.29 second reload for a 310 alpha gun. You have 215 AP penetration and 265 premium. Your aim time is coming in at 5.6 seconds and a .376 dispersion. You have 6 degrees of gun depression as well, but that can be moved to 9 with this consumable right here, or equipment right here, which is probably the better out of the two, just because that's a kind of a conversation for another video or something about improved vertical stabilizer, but they're both very close to being worth either one of them. In the video, I am running improved suspension, I believe. Yes, I am running improved suspension, but improved vertical stabilizer is very strong as well, because being able to work with 9 degrees of gun depression can be pretty OP, and that's what I'm currently running on my Type 71. So I'll just leave it on that, because I might want to play it with that the next time I play in it. And yeah, 9 degrees of gun depression when you are running that, and a 35 km/h top speed, and 25 average with the gun depression, and it's 29 with the mobility buff. Alright, so we're going to be jumping into some replays of this tank real quick. Wrong thing, shoot. We're going to be jumping into some replays of this tank, the Viii. Yeah, let's do this one. I believe this is my first battle. Oh, I remember why I wanted to show this battle. Yes. This battle is very interesting. This battle is definitely a good showcase of the armor profile of this tank, and it's definitely something I want to show. The armor profile is what makes this tank pretty broken. I mean, just the upper plate is impenetrable, even to like the tier 9s. It's just impenetrable. You cannot pin it. The lower plate is extremely small as well, and really the only place on the entire tank you're going to be able to penetrate is usually with like premium, and it's the side of the turret here, right here, and right here. That is about it. Other than that, there's almost nowhere on the front of this tank you can pin besides the lower plate. And so if you're using the gun depression buff and using 9 degrees of gun depression, you are pretty much impenetrable. Hold down. You just want to wiggle that turret maybe a little, and if the tier 9's coming up against you, you are going to be pinned in the turret. But if you're going against tier 7s, tier 8s, you are very, very strong with the armor profile. Very strong. So we are going to push over this way. We only see about one tank over here. We do spot up a lot more as soon as we push over, of course. So we're going to poke the corner, get a shot in. We do bounce one from the AT-15A over there, which is pretty nice. We're going to get pinned by this guy. He is a tank destroyer, so he is going to have an easier time penetrating us, but we still are getting some bounces from him. We're going to aim in on the hatch of the Viii. We're going to pin the hatch. He is going to pin our hatch as well. That is another weak spot on the tank right there, is the hatch, of course. Pretty much all of the tank line has weak hatches. So we're going to back up here. We have 2 shots of damage. We're going to pull around here for a snap into the IS-3. Unfortunately, it does not connect with the IS-3, and we're going to try to side scrape up right here so he can't penetrate us. He does shoot, so we are open for a shot. We get a shot in there for 296, and now this guy is focusing on our teammate over there. He is turning around to us. We're waiting for another shot. We're going to aim in on the turret, get another 288 roll into him, and this guy is now a one-shot. So yeah, you can see the gun is as well pretty decent on this tank. It's just kind of a standard 310 alpha heavy tank gun at tier 8. There's a lot of them out there. It's, decent. It's nothing incredibly special. You can dump out some decent damage, and it has, decent pin and accuracy, but it's nothing, super incredible. So we now have a J Panther over here who we are going to farm up on the battlefield here. That shell just, I don't even know what happened to that shell, derped straight into the ground because, nice. We're gonna aim in another one here on the side, get a pretty nice high roll, almost clear the guy. He is now an easy one-shot. Gets taken out by our allied Viii, and this is not the battle that I thought it was. But it is still a very good battle nonetheless. Now, I can't remember if the second or the third one is the battle I want to show for the armor profile or not, I will we'll have to find out. But we're gonna pull around, get a shot into that enemy Tri-C, giving us 1 kill now finally and 2.4k damage. I believe this was my first battle in this tank, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. So we're gonna get a nice ram, love tap, and a shot into this T28 to bring our damage total up to 2,800, as well as 400 bounce damage and 1 kill. So that was the first game in the tank, of course a victory and a very nice battle as well. Looking over here at the team stats, we unfortunately don't do top damage. Our allied Tri-C does more damage than us, just, you know, showing that the Tri-C is very dominant on the battlefield. Just look at the other team, their Tri-C is also second highest damage. So yeah, we're going to pull out now one more game here in the Tri-C. I believe it is... which one is better here? I'll do the shorter one so you guys don't have to wait as long because, you know, that's boring and who wants to wait for a super long time. And we're going to go ahead and skip ahead here because, like I said, don't need to make you guys wait. So we're going to be going mid this battle here in the Tri-C. We're going to be going towards the encounter cap on, what is this, Vineyards. We have, you know, decent mobility. You can see we're getting there decently quickly. Base cap is going off, so someone is here, and it is a T-34-1 medium tank. You saw he really didn't get there that much faster than me, which means, you know, obviously this tank has pretty good mobility. So we're going to get a quick snap into him and catch him on fire, which is going to burn all the way up to 600 damage. We're going to pop our adrenaline, get one more shot into him. This guy is now almost a one-shot in, like, 6 seconds, whatever, you know, in a matter of one reload time. This guy is down to a one-shot. I'm going to back up, get another shot into him, and now he is a one-shot for everyone on the battlefield, and we've picked up 1200 damage. So we see that pretty much the entire enemy team is over off to the side here, so we're going to pull around. We're going to get a shot into this KV3 right here, try to farm these guys up. We're going to reload here, try to go for another shot into the KV3. He does back away, unfortunately. That is where the gun depression buff would have been very handy, and why I'm now running it on most of the tanks, because, you know, honestly, in a lot of situations, I've needed the gun depression more than the extra mobility. While they're both very strong and very nice, I wish you could run both. It's such a 50-50 on both of them. There's so many situations where each one would be so good, it's really hard to know which one to run. So we're up to about 2k damage now here. We are still at quite a few HP. We are down by one tank, though losing. So we're going to farm up this Charioteer over here. There goes our T-34-1, and we are now down by 2 tanks. I'm going to try to get this clear on this KV3 so that we can even out the battlefield a little bit, get a clear on him for our first kill of the game. And we do now want to push these guys because they are pretty low HP, and it would be an easy farm up. Get a nice shot into that Pantera. One shot, Tri-C behind me, get a bounce from the T-34. And that's the thing about this tank is you can just do this, you know, just drive into the enemy tank because the armor on the tank is so good. If you're facing forward, you're gonna get bounces. Now we are getting a shot from the behind by the Tri-C on their team, so that's very unfortunate. That shell does not penetrate, which is very sad. And we're going to try to angle up here for this guy. He is a tier 7. Even though him being a TD, he is still going to bounce us. We are now up to 3.2k damage in this tank, and there is now a almost full HP T-53 TP. Look at a beautiful snapshot. That's where the auto-aim, the new auto-aim, does actually come in kind of handy, is in situations like that. He's in a cross, he's just kind of YOLOing around the map, not really with much to do, because what are you going to do in a 1v5? You know, there's really nothing you can do about that. He now still has 1000 HP, so we do want to try to farm him up. We're going to let him cross right here, get another shot into him, bringing him down to 725. We are now almost at 4k damage, so we're going to pull around here, go for one more shot, which I absolutely ate because I run over a crater, and yeah, very sad. We're going to go for the love tap, which will get us above the 4k damage mark, fortunately. 2 kills as well, 865 bounced damage. So yeah, the Tri-C, very strong tank, very good tier 8, definitely grind this tank. I mean, even if you don't want the tier 10, this tank is very strong, and is a very good tank. That was a first class as well, and yeah, very good battle. So yeah, the Tri-C, I would say right now, is definitely one of the strongest tier 8 tech tree heavy tanks, if not the strongest tier 8 tech tree heavy tank. I mean, It's got much better armor than a Tiger II, much better armor than, I mean, pretty much any tier 8 heavy tank besides like a VK90 maybe, even though the VK90 has such a big hatch and turret weaknesses that you can't actually pin it quite easily. So yeah, this is definitely one of the strongest tier 8 armor profiles in the game. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll have videos out on the other 2 remaining tanks in the line very soon. I'll see you guys in the next one.